Now, in maths, we're going to go back onto number and place value now. We've done geometry and finished off with the translation lesson, which was looking at coordinates and how the robot moved. So you'd have to go onto your My Maths page as normal when we log on. You'd go onto number and then number and place value. And you have to scroll down quite a bit, find year 4 and counting 4. This is a nice activity because there's lots of games in this one. So you'd click lesson and you should come up with something like this. So the first thing that comes up is balloon pop. Pop the balloons in order from lowest value to the greatest value. Please remember that before a lot of you make mistakes and do it the other way around. So from the smallest to the biggest. So click a balloon to pop it. So the smallest number, it's negatives now, okay? The smallest is -8, -7, -6, -5, -4, -3. Then the next one, you've got decimals. So the smallest number here, so I've got 3, 3.1, 3.5, 3.4, 3.2, 3.3. The smallest is 3. Second smallest, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, and 3.5. So you've got to look at the sequence when you're popping them. Smallest one here, -8, -6, -4, -2, 0, and 2. The greater the negative number, so if it's -20, that will be the smallest number. So here the smallest is -5, -3, -1. So all the negatives have gone now. Then you go for the smallest, which is 1, then 3, then 5. So that's your first task. Then the next one is scarves. Fill in the gaps on the scarves to complete the counting pattern. Press play to begin. So this is your, for example, what a number line would look like. So that's what you do there. So I've got 10, 8, something, something, 2, 0. Something, -4, -6, -8. So here I'm going to put a 6 and a 4. If I count from here, it's 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This way is going into negatives. So I'm looking at the same pattern, and I know that will be -2. Then you've got -7, -6, -5. I'm going to have a go. -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Then you've got decimals. 6, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, 6.6, 6.7, 6.8, and 6.9. And there we go, we've got them correct. Your next activity is fill the gaps in the number pattern on the snake. Press mark it to enter your answers. You have 2 minutes to get as many right as you can. Try to complete 10 snakes. Now remember, you can do this as much as you want. You can do it again and again, because all you've got to do is go back onto this page, click the lesson, and then you can go on and play more of these games that are on here. The more you practice, the better it is for you. So I'm just going to talk you through it. So obviously it'll take me a little longer, but when you're concentrating and putting in the numbers, you should be able to get as many as you can. So let's see who gets the highest score. Drop some comments on the blog to let me know how many you got. So I'm going to press play. You've got a snake like this. You've got to work out the difference between these two to work out what comes here. So 39, 40, 41, 42. So now it's 3. So 42, I'm going to put in my head. I'm going to count on 3, 43, 44, 45. Then I'm going to jump to the 57. I'm going to add 3. To 63, I'm going to add 3. And I'm going to mark it. Then that count changes to 1. Then you've got another one. So I'm going to guess that as -6, -2, -1. Let's see if I get it right. Got it. And then it goes to number 2. So that's my score at the moment. That's the timer going down. You've got a timer there. So the more you fill the snake in, the more points you get. Next task, match up the tiles to complete the patterns. So I've got 6, 4, 2, 0. What do you think will come next? Let's count the other way. 0, 2, 4, 6. Oh, let's count a couple of our 2s. But if it goes that way, that means it's going into negative. So it's going to be -2. There we go. It's matched. Let's have a go at this one. So it's 3, 2, something, 0, -1. There we go. So you'd have to match the tiles up. Lily pads. Fill in the gaps on the lily pads to complete the counting pattern. So looking at the place value of each number, if I look carefully, the digits in the hundreds column is changing. So I know it's going up, so that's going to be 1,213. The only digit that has changed is the hundreds column, nothing else. Going here is going to be 1,913. Now, the tricky one is when you add 100 here. So 1,900, if I add 100, it becomes 2,000. Put my 13 back on, so it's 2,013. Okay? You then click mark it and you carry on with a few more. Again, the more you practice, the better. Balloon patterns, fill in the gaps on the balloons to complete the balloon pattern. So another sequencing activity. So it's 587, 584. What would come next? Work out the difference and then do it. So from 587 to 584, I know you take away 3. So I'm going to subtract 3, and there's my answer. Then you subtract 3 again, write your answer there. Subtract 3, write your answer there. Or you could do it the other way. I can start off here, and all the difference is 3. 572 add 3 is 575. Add 3 is 578. Add 3 is 581. So you go that way around, or you can do it that way around, whichever you're comfortable in. Last but not least, welcome to Beat the Clock. Answer as many questions as you can in 2 minutes. So you know the deal. You beat the clock by answering as many questions as you can. So it's 12.6, 12.5, 12.6, 12.7, 12.8, mark it. Then the next one comes up. 5,506. Looking here at the place value, the thousands are changing. So it's 2,506. And you click mark it. And this one, again, the thousands place value are changing. Mark it. Looking at this one, it's getting a bit tricky because it's not the hundreds, it's not the tens, it's the ones that are changing. It's 4,219 here. And as you can see, you carry on from there. Now, it is a recap of everything we've done. So we're going back to place value. So it should be nice and simple because all of you know your place value. Just remember your hundreds, tens, ones, thousands. Look at the place value that you need to look at and look at the subtle changes in the numbers carefully. For example, here, I know that the tens have changed. But then here, the hundreds have changed. Think about the difference. It's only 10 more. So I know I'm adding 10 each time. So that's what you put in. I'm going to leave it with you. All the best. And I know all of you will do well because we have done this in class, we've done it in school, we've done it in the autumn term, and we spent a lot of time on place value and sequencing. So you should all be okay. If there's any questions, feel free to drop an email or drop a comment on the blog. Take care, everyone. All the best. I know all of you are trying your best at all times. Keep it up, and hopefully we shall see you soon once everything has calmed down. And hopefully this helps. Take care. Bye.